Greetings all. This is Unique. I am here to plant seeds on the DNA that's going to grow one day. I call myself a DNA messenger. And welcome back to this channel that's inspired by healing and healers. So the last video that I posted was speaking about the divine feminine. I said I'm gonna talk to my sisters for a little minute before I talk to my brothers. When in all actuality, I'm speaking to both principles, because we all have both principles within us, or as us. Yet I'm talking to my women that have been coordinated as females: ovaries, uterus, fallopian tube, cervix, lips, sweetness. In the last video, I was mentioning about the pollution that a lot of us are suffering from in our wombs. Several reasons that our wombs are polluted, and that's more than half of us. And we're conceiving children at that lower frequency, and we have the audacity to blame the brothers for the woes that's going on and the things that we disagree with when we speak about men. Sisters, we have to purify our temples. Every man on this planet, his skin is some woman's endometrium. And we are all mothers. We have all our potential children from birth. We have all our eggs from birth. And in our uterus, we have creative energy, obviously, because it creates life. You can harness and use that energy. Most of us deplete the energy, and also deplete our motherly instinct. So there are ways that you can strengthen your motherly instinct, that you can use that energy that's stored in your uterus, but first you have to build it up and strengthen it. And there are several ways, and I'm gonna mention a few. And remember, y'all, when I'm speaking to myself as well. I am still in the healing process. I didn't wait until I completely healed. I'm in the healing process. I am healing my womb of fibroid tumors that the doctors on several occasions wanted to take my uterus. They wanted my uterus, and I told them, hell no. My uterus came with me, and it's leaving with me. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad that Source Energy showed me a dream of a set of twins that came from my womb before the doctors came at me about a hysterectomy. So I had that vision. I already knew I was going to have children, yet if I would have allowed them to take my uterus, then that wouldn't have happened. They told me they do not know the causes of uterine fibroids, yet there's no cure. And I had an issue with that diagnosis. How can you tell me there's not a cure if you don't know what caused it? So I started doing my own personal research. There's a metaphysical reasons behind it. There's spiritual reasons behind it, and there's physical, where it manifests in the physical. And I know where they started spiritually. I'm a victim of, I was molested by somebody very close. So I locked and clenched my womb for years. No. And it caused clots, aka cysts, aka uterine fibroids. And then I fed them with alcohol, processed foods. The number one culprit for women, dairy, eggs, cheese, dairy. They're pumping these animals with estrogen. They're pumping these animals with different types of hormones. They're already dying under stress. And they also are pumping them with hormones that puts our body where we're producing too much estrogen, where we have this imbalance, and it causes conflict in the womb. So I said that to say, you cannot treat the physical without treating the spiritual, and you can't treat the spiritual without treating the mental. It has to be a holistic approach with everything that you do in life. You have to convince yourself mentally that I'm ready. Spiritually, you need to ask for help and guidance. Your higher self will be guided to everything that you need. And then you have to be convinced physically that it's going to happen. Speak as if it's already done. I am healed. I am 50 pounds lighter. I am in a productive, healthy relationship. I am in a healthy relationship with myself and my body temple. Speak as if it's already done. When you look in the mirror, you see you for where you want to be, not from what the physical, because this is the ego. This is not you. What you all are looking at as unique is not me. It's just this suit that my body is wearing. But it's a beautiful suit if we take care of it. Okay, sis? So when it comes to your uterus and harnessing that energy, first and foremost, you have to meditate, pray. Source energy, I am ready. Source energy, thank you for healing my womb. Get a picture of the uterus, ladies. Get a picture of eggs, the fallopian tubes, so that you can have a visual of what's going on in your body. Know where it is physically. Know where to touch down here to where you're touching your uterus. And you're speaking to her, telling her, I am healed. I apologize for all the abuse. I apologize for the neglect. I apologize for not knowing you the way I'm supposed to, but now I do. Know thyself. Talk to your Wombniverse. Love her. She's precious. Okay? So that's the first thing, is to talk to her and let her know how much you appreciate her and how much you love her creativity and how much you love how healed she is. And already visualize it. Feel it. Your higher self does not speak English, Spanish, whatever your native language is and tongue. This voice is not heard by your higher self. It goes off of your feelings. So notice it's not just affirmations. You have to feel it. You have to visualize it and feel it as if it's done already. Okay? Diet, sis. You can't keep feeding your womb things that's going to pollute it. And I'm hearing a lot of people speak about a fish when they speak about the vagina, fish. And if you have a fishy smell going on, sis, there's some healing that needs to be done. And I've had older women tell me that you're going to eventually have a smell. That's not true. The Creator did not create this beautiful body temple not to heal itself and to carry around an odor. If you have a odor going on, you and your man can't get it on whenever. I'm talking about even after a workout. If you got something going on, you have something going on and it's asking you for healing. Okay? So it's not supposed to have an odor. It's not supposed to have an abnormal discharge. Okay? It's beautiful. She's sweet and she's precious and she's succulent. And she's supposed to be tight, nice, and right for the rest of your lives, sister. And that brings me to the next point. PC muscles. We have muscles down there. And they can be worked individually. So it's not just the typical squeeze and squeezing, what I hear women say, oh, I do it all the time. You only doing this. But we have at least three different muscles that can be worked independently down in our womb. They can be worked independently. I haven't had children yet. And one of the reasons why was because I heard the stories about the stretch marks and about how your stomach won't bounce back and how your breasts, as if childbirth was a curse. And you're supposed to lose your elasticity in your womb, lose the attractiveness that you and your mate were initially attracted to each other. And I felt like that didn't sound like a fair creator to me. There has to be something that we can do to keep that elasticity, to keep that sweetness and that moisture. Sisters, you're not supposed to be laughing and pissing on yourself. I'm hearing women speaking about water leaks. I always wanted to know what the female diapers were for. And now I know, incontinence. Because there's no more, the muscles have been worn out. We wearing our muscles out. So those muscles are supposed to be worked individually. And there are plenty of exercises, plenty of information out there to cater to just that. But I will make a recommendation. One of my own personal favorites are Yoni eggs. I'm on the river, y'all. Actually, I'm on the lake. It's beautiful. So the bugs are out, but they're not bugging me. Yoni eggs. Yoni eggs are divine, sis. Brothers, for those that's going to spread this to your sisters. They make them with different minerals. Iron, you have quartz, different minerals. They come in 3 different sizes. If you can get a pack that has 3 different sizes. Amazon has great options, y'all. Great options. I just bought some quartz ones from Amazon. And if I wasn't on the lake right now, I would show them to you. And they make them with drilled holes in them. I prefer the ones with the holes, but I also have some without them. Okay, these Yoni eggs, and I'll explain why the holes are there. But these Yoni eggs are used to work those muscles independently. You can take that Yoni egg and put it in your vagina, your Wombniverse, and don't worry, it's not going up your cervix. You can sleep with it on, you can work with it on, and depending on your man's understanding, you can have sex with it on, okay? Or with them in, should I say. So they're not going to go up your cervix. They won't fit. But they are very beneficial when it comes to working them uterine walls, working their bladder muscles, working those PC muscles to keep them strong, to keep them powerful, to keep them sweet, to keep them fresh, to exit the pollution. So again, sis, meditation, prayer, affirmations, feeling that you are healed. Also, diet. You can't feed anything. 95% of what's going on with us is in our gut. Okay, and your gut is right there by your reproductive organs. So it's no coincidence that 6 out of 10 women suffering from some type of cyst, fibromyalgia, fibroids, you have to stop feeding them. And let me tell you, dairy, you may not have a doctor that's going to tell you, because they are pushing their agenda. Okay, they're pushing it. They're going to tell you milk does a body good, not our bodies. And not your daughters, not your sons, because they are pumping chemicals inside the milks, them infamils and those milks that y'all using to give y'all babies other than breast milk. They are pumping chemicals that shrink the hypothalamus. So they are creating homosexuality as well. Okay, and that's a story for another video. So we have to watch our thoughts. We have to pay attention to what we're ingesting. We have to pay attention to our environment and know that you can be healed. This body temple was built to last. It was built, and the cells are pre-programmed to exist. Even after your essence has left your body, those cells are pre-programmed to live, so they can heal. You can regrow teeth. You can regrow organs, limbs. So you damn sure can shrink fibroids. You surely can get back control of your wounds. And it's so important. It's beautiful once she's intact and in tune. And for the rest of your life, you're supposed to have that sexual creative energy. And it's supposed to be potent, not lacking. And I feel like a lot of older people, because they're dried up for women, and for men, they have erectile issues. That's part of the reasons why they're so angry. You can transmute sexual energy, guys. Allow it to isolate up and down the spine and become light energy, touching the pineal gland and coming up and down. But most of us have orgasms at the lower chakras. It never leaves the third chakra. Never gets up to the heart and the throat and the pineal and the forehead. The crown chakra. Those are awesome orgasms when you can have spiritual orgasms. But first, it starts with healing thyself. You have to know your body temple. Convince yourself and know that you can heal of all things. I'm testimony, I'm proof. And you're not a victim to your genetics. We're not slaves to our genes. Genes can be turned off or they can be turned on. What's passed down, what's hereditary is the piss poor diets, the environment, our thoughts, and the bad habits. That's what's passed down. Even if I'm the only one in my family, if I'm the only one I know, I am going to be proof that if you take care of the body temple, it takes care of you. I love you all to life. Until next time, peace.